A haunted hallway, a chip coffee scarf wearing chicken, a bank bound psychic, and a coffee ground confession from beyond the digital veil, a Yeti blood oath, and more. Tonight's headlines sound like a fever dream, but they're all terrifyingly true. From ghost kids and AI divorce to supernatural scams and cursed rituals, we've got it all. So stay here. Be brave, Darklings. This is Hexes, AIXs, and Haunted Halls edition of the Paranormal 60 News. Good evening, my Darklings, and thank you so much for joining us here this evening. It's time we bring the group back together, don't you think? It's been a little too long, and I'm glad that they're able to join us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the paranormal detective, author of more paranormal books than I care to remember, it is Mr. Greg Lawson. Good evening, Greg. Microphone off? What's going on, buddy? Good. Well, while we're waiting for you to come back, let's swing over to Sweet Tea and bring her on board. Sweet Tea, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing much better now that we can actually hear one of you. I'm a little concerned about Greg. I know there's a whole bunch of new things that our system has offered us here on the old StreamYard, and it may be throwing Greggy for a loop. Let's bring in our fourth news anchor for the night, ladies and gentlemen, the man with the plan. We love you, Ozzy, Mr. Eric Chachi, the big dog, right-hand man. Good evening,
That's
sir.
a long name. I couldn't fit that on a shirt. But let me just say, that was the best Greg has ever sounded.
You are just horrible to poor Greg.
Boy, you know, I thought about words is hard, right? We've been saying this for years now. But does it really apply to anyone more than Ozzy?
Oh,
No.
Without a doubt, no.
So this is in honor of the Oz.
Yeah. Well, very nice. But yeah, that was a bit of a shock, wasn't it? Having Ozzy Osbourne pass away. What was it? 2 weeks after his final performance?
That's
why he had it.
I wonder if I know. Let me speak, Sweet Tea. You always hogging up the mic.
Please.
This is a rock and roll story. Let the person speak here.
I'm so
I wonder
sorry.
if like he knew like that was the end, right? The concert was done. Did he just like give up at that point? It's like, I've done my last show. What else do I have to live for? I wonder.
I don't know. There's some strange things. I know, like Charles Schultz, the creator of the Peanuts comic strip, he ran his final comic strip and died the same day that it actually went to print.
Oh, wow. I did not hear that. Wow.
Yeah,
Ozzy literally said, I'm doing this last show because I'm going to be dead soon. Like, this is like soon. Like, I'm checking my watch soon. He knew.
Look who's paying attention to Ozzy's final words. Whatever.
Yes. It's Ozzy.
Well, you know, Brad Blair sent me a picture of Ozzy today. It said 1 day sober. So
too soon.
Yeah,
way too soon.
I don't know. I was a little uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, you as well. You should be. So listen, it's good to have all of you back. It's been a heartbreaking couple of weeks for me, as everyone knows, and it's good to have my friends back. But I wanted to start off tonight's show, because we are a paranormal themed show, with what I thought was a very sweet and interesting, endearing story. So I'm living at my father's house in Illinois while I'm going through everything and dealing with the states. And last night I go wheel the garbage out to the corner, and neighbors are dragging their garbage cans over, and people start walking over to introduce themselves to me and, you know, say very nice things about my father, heartfelt things, what a great guy he was. And, you know, even though he kind of kept to himself, he was always very friendly. And if they ever needed help, he was the first one to jump in and do whatever he could. So it was very sweet. I met Arthur up on the corner here, who was a friend of mine when we were little boys, and his parents passed away. He's been living in his parents' home. So it's just kind of this interesting little collective. Well, there's one neighbor across the street, a little kitty corner I hadn't had a chance to meet yet. And today, working on the yard, as my dad always loved to spend so much time in his yard, the neighbor came over and she introduced herself as Caroline. And we were talking, and she was very, again, heartfelt about losing my father. She just lost her husband in January, and my dad had been helpful to her with yard work and some things. And she said, "Now, Dave, I know you don't know me, and this might sound kind of weird, but can I tell you a story? It might be kind of spooky or weird." And I'm like, apparently, Dad did not tell the neighbors what I do for a living, right? And I go, "Yeah, of course, Caroline. I'm fine with that." And she goes, "So, I saw your father on July 3rd, and he'd come home. He was out mowing the lawn that evening about 5:30, 6 o'clock. 98 degrees in Chicago. I just want to put that out there. And the old man's out there mowing the lawn. Again, that's what he loved doing. So to have had a great day that he had and end up spending time in his yard doing the things he loved before he passed, God love him." She said she woke up on the 4th of July at about 5:05 in the morning, many hours before she would normally get up. She said she couldn't fall back asleep, so she went out and she made herself like a cup of tea and a piece of toast. And she looked out the window and she said, "And Dave, there was just this beautiful rainbow just over your house." And I thought, "Oh, it's my husband sending me a sign." And then I could tell she gave me that look like, do I think she's nuts for saying that her husband sent her a sign? And of course I did. No, I didn't. I go, "Oh, that's beautiful." She goes, "Yeah." But then later on that afternoon, I was here when the police showed up at your house, and they were here for a couple hours, and then the EMTs, and then the coroner van. And she goes, "I was just crying because I was so heartbroken about your father." And then it hit me. That rainbow wasn't a sign for me. That was your mom, Terry, coming to get Jimmy.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
And I was just like, wow, just that she even thought that. And it was so
Mhm.
beautiful and such a sweet gesture and thought. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm sure of it." And I said, What time did you see that rainbow?" She said, "About 5 in the morning." So I started doing the backtracking, and he was officially proclaimed dead about 1 in the afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon. And I backtracked when I talked to the coroner when she did the final proclamation here at the house. I said, what time?" And she goes, "Well, we officially called it at about 1:30 in the afternoon, but I'm guessing he died about 8 hours prior." So I started doing the math, and that puts you at about 5 o'clock in the morning when
Yeah.
Caroline saw the rainbow only over our house. So I thought that was really beautiful. Now it gets even more interesting, right? I'm a huge Muppets fan and Kermit the Frog fan, and our friend Jenny from Monsters Lounge came over the day before my dad's funeral, and she said, "I wanted to give you something. This was my friend as a kid," and she gives me her Kermit the Frog stuffed figure, which I've been keeping in my car with me as I travel and doing stuff. And I just thought that was beautiful. And today I talked to Chris Fleming. He calls me up out of the blue and he's like, "How you holding up, brother?" I said, "It's rough, man. It's comes in waves. One minute I'm okay. The next minute I'm, kind of feeling blue about everything." And he said, "Oh, I get that." And I said, "Let me tell you this story." And then I shared with him the story that I just told you about her seeing the rainbow. And Chris goes, "What does a rainbow connection mean? What does that have to do with it?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "I don't know. Go listen to that song." And I go, "Oh, dude, it's one of my favorite, and it's completely a paranormal song. For those of you that
Yeah.
just think it's a cute little Muppet song, go listen to the lyrics. The whole thing is supernatural throughout the entire song." And the rainbow connection, and then having Jenny give me the Kermit the Frog, it was just all so
Yeah.
amazing that it all lined up like this. So I thought that was just kind of an interesting and fun little story to start tonight's show off. Not necessarily news, but I thought giving people a little insight into the weird world I've been living in for the last 2.5 weeks. Ending with that today really kind of brought some peace to my heart.
I love that so much.
Yeah, kind of neat. Um, it's been a challenge. I want to thank all of the listeners and friends and viewers around the world that have been sending me messages. I cannot respond to everything as quickly as I hope to, and I've been doing my best to try to get out there and get messages out. So if I haven't gotten to you yet, please forgive me. I will get to the messages. I can only answer so many a day before it just starts weighing on my heart. I know they're all coming from a place of love, but it so much a day just starts to, I got to get out of my head. But I do appreciate you guys so much, and all the hugs I got this last weekend at Broadhead Manor, and just getting a chance to be around everybody. which reminds me, this weekend, it's Christmas in July at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. And I'm going to be out at the Eisenhower Hotel this weekend, along with a plethora of other fantastic paranormal speakers and Tressa and Jenny. So come on out. Tickets are very inexpensive. I think it's like 20 or 25 bucks to be a part of this event this weekend. So come on out to the Eisenhower Hotel in Gettysburg and come spend some time with us. It's going to be a great time. And I'm giving away hugs, giving them away willy-nilly, just flinging them out there. So
You usually charge like $80 for those.
I don't. Usually they're free, but
Oh.
I'm going to
That's
keep
a
giving them.
You
Shatner
charged
hug right
me
there.
$80.
Well,
Shatner's at least $100.
yeah. Well, no, Shatner, you're just allowed to stand next to and not make direct eye contact with at live events. Let's get started. We got a lot of news to cover tonight, and a lot of it's really interesting, good stuff going this week. So let's check this out. Scientists unlock telepathy. That's right. They said they found the hidden telepathic abilities inside the human brain. Researchers in Canada are making headlines with a claim that sounds like it was ripped from a comic book, but they insist it's backed by real neuroscience. A team working with repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation, or RTMS, believes they found a way to unlock telepathic abilities buried deep within the human brain. According to their findings, the brain may contain what they call a psi inhibitor, a neurological filter located in the frontal lobes that actively suppresses our psychic potential. So by applying targeted magnetic pulses to this region, the researchers say they were able to temporarily run off that filter and allow test subjects to access their latent abilities like telepathy, clairvoyance, and even psychokinesis, the power to move or influence objects without physical contact. Now, I do want to stop right there because I love you people, my beautiful darklings around the planet. This doesn't mean that you should go get every magnet in the house and lay them on your forehead
Too
to
late.
try to disrupt your magnetic pattern. I don't think that's a good plan. And if you have those really heavy fishing magnets that you use to try to pull up things from the bottom of lakes, I just think it's a bad plan. Leave it to the experts in places of science. Well, we've known that about you for a long time, sweetie. Just a little too late. Yeah, nothing. Don't worry about it. Just
triple your dose of iron and put that magnet right there and just gonna
yeah. I think that sounds like a bad plan. Let's not mess with that. Let's leave it to science, as I said.
Wow. Okay.
Participants reportedly demonstrated unusual perception and claim. I had to be careful because I wanted to say, I can't even say what I wanted to say because my brain is not working right now. Too many magnets this afternoon, apparently. I was going to say precipitation, but that's not it. Participants, everybody have a drink on me. Participants reportedly demonstrated unusual perception and claimed they could read information from others or even subtly affect external objects. The researchers suggest this could mean all humans possess these abilities naturally, but that they remain dormant due to brain function that suppresses them. So, of course, this announcement has stirred up strong reactions in the scientific community. Skeptics point out that claims of telepathy have a long and very controversial history, and they're often plagued by unreliable results, lack of peer-reviewed studies, and failed replication. While RTMS is a legitimate tool used in neuroscience to treat depression and study brain function, connecting it to psychic phenomena is a bold leap that demands rigorous evidence. Still, the idea of a natural off switch for human telepathy being flipped by a magnet is intriguing. And if it is proven valid, it could redefine how we understand human consciousness and communication. So for now, the researchers are calling for further trials, more testing, and peer review. But the door has been cracked open on a mystery long relegated to the fringe. Whether it holds up under scientific scrutiny, that remains to be seen. But they're certainly asking the right question. What if the mind is capable of more than we've ever imagined? Now, I have to throw this question out there to the science-minded guild that I have here with me. We evolve. We change. We had tails at one point. We might have had a sixth finger or an eighth toe. Who knows?
Tail.
Superfluous nipples around our body.
Tail.
I said that up front, but that's okay. maybe tail though, maybe a tail.
Mm.
Those things kind of went away for a reason, right? We evolve out of them. Maybe the evolutionary elite, maybe in Atlantis and Lemuria and even Egypt and Aztec and Mayan cultures might have had this and how they were able to communicate globally. But maybe that was their version of social media and internet and cell phones, and it quickly destroyed their cultures. So our bodies adapted and dumbed down, and that's why we now need technology in order to do these same things. So maybe before we start messing with things and flipping switches again, maybe there was a really good reason we didn't have it. Because if you think you're depressed now, imagine if you can start reading people's thoughts about you, or you start being influenced by other people, or try to influence other people. I think that could go horribly wrong on many different levels.
It also sounds like a bunch of nerds don't want us to know what they're thinking, is what it sounds like.
Wow, you are such a nerdist. I can't even believe that you immediately go to that.
It's science. You research.
Thank you. Exactly.
Speaking of science,
Scientists are nerd.
Speaking of science, what have you got there, Gregory?
I got a ginger beer. I'm going to do ginger beer tonight.
How very J.K. Rowling of you.
Now listen to this. Listen. Bam.
That's nice. That's refreshing.
Smells good too.
I think, Greg, now that you've got the drink to your lips and you've wet your whistle, it's time for you to share a story.
It is time for me to share a story, Dave. I like sharing stories. It's what I do.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
He's trying to load his email right now because it's the first chance he's had to look at this story.
Let me hold on a second. Hold on. Quantum tech reveals brain activity from a 2,000-year-old skull, man.
See? Backing my theories from just moments ago.
It's research. It's amazing the way we put this show together. I say we, and that means people other than me. Anyway, scientists have pulled off something straight out of a sci-fi thriller, but it's very real. In what may be one of the strangest and most exciting breakthroughs in archaeology and neuroscience, researchers have detected ancient brain activity from a 2,000-year-old skull using quantum sensors. Man, that quantum stuff really, right?
Yeah.
Quantum.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, the skull was discovered at Herculaneum. That's over there in the Italy place. It's one of the towns buried during the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Now, normally organic tissue like brain matter is the first thing to decay, but in this rare case, the brain had been preserved through rapid vitrification, essentially flash cooked into glass by the volcanic heat and ash from Mount Vesuvius. Inside that glassy brain tissue, scientists have found fossilized magnetic traces, leftover signals from ion flows and ancient neurons in these people's brains. And with the first help of ultra-sensitive nitrogen vacancy quantum sensors. Yeah, that's what I said. Nitrogen vacancy quantum sensors. Researchers from Oxford and Sapaniaza,
and God, please send all hate mail directly to Greg at learntoreadfunphonetics.com.
University. That's over there in that Italy place. Able to detect those traces. Anyway, they didn't just see
place after a country. Do you know that they're countries? I don't understand why you say Italy place.
In case people are thinking of Little Italy, the restaurant, which many big cities have. Yeah, he's just clarifying.
Okay, it's Sapienza, and that's where it was. They didn't see just static either. These ghost signals mapped out neural firing patterns, specifically activity consistent with visual processing and fear response, the same kind of patterns seen in living brains when confronted with danger. Right? Makes sense. Volcano is killing you. So you're going to have these things. This meant that we may have just witnessed in a very faint way, indirect way, how Roman citizens' brains responded in their final terrifying moments. This marks the first time in history that brain activity has been measured from ancient organic remains. These sensors are so precise, they picked up micro Tesla level magnetic fields on a scale of individual axons, these tiny nerve fibers in the brain that hasn't functioned in 2,000 years.
We are proof of that.
Yeah, the implications are staggering.
Yes.
If more preserved brains are found, this could spark a whole new field of archaeoneurology. Huh? Yeah, the study of long dead human thoughts and emotions. We may someday reconstruct how ancient people saw the world, responded to threats, or even, dare I say, dreamed. Mhm. Now, it's not mind reading, but it's one chilling step closer than we've ever been. It makes sense to me. Back to you, Dave.
I believe it makes sense to you because you delivered that line so succinctly.
Yeah, you know,
Very, very nice.
it's an emotional thing. It's theater.
I don't know if
What
you
we
guys
call
know
it.
this about our sweet tea, but she is a bit of a science nerd. And anytime she can bring to us some new development in science, you know, not the cool ones like we just did, but straight up nerddom, she's all over it. And she was very excited about this next story because it ties into another one of her, I guess, predilections, one of her favorite things. So, sweet tea, where are we going next? Oh, look at this, glasses and everything.
See-through metal? Scientists create transparent aluminum with just a few drops of acid. Moreover, science fiction. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, they took acid
Yeah,
and then
they
they
took
were seeing through
LSD, and
Makes
then
aluminum.
you
sense
could
to
see
me.
through things. Listen, you've never taken acid? Move over, science fiction. Transparent aluminum is no longer just a Star Trek fantasy. Researchers at Ateneo de Manila University in the Philippines have cracked the code on one of science's most elusive materials, see-through metal. It's called transparent aluminum oxide, or TAOX. TAOX. And this stuff is strong, heat
Didn't
resistant,
wait.
and
If I'm looking back at my messenger from 2 hours ago, you said I am reading my stories out loud to learn all these words properly. That was 2 hours ago,
yeah,
and this is as far
yeah.
as you progressed in your ability
Yeah,
to
because
learn?
you were like, "Hey, stop what you're doing and do this other thing." I was like, "Okay, but I'm doing this. I guess I'll stop." And this stuff is strong, heat resistant, and almost impossible to scratch. Now, X has been around in theory, but producing it used to require high-powered lasers, vacuum chambers, and some nasty chemicals. Not exactly easy or affordable, but that's all changed. This Filipino research team used a groundbreaking method called droplet scale anodization.
Hmm.
All it took was a few tiny droplets of acid, a small electric current, and some clever use of something called electrowetting, a process that lets them control those acid droplets with precision without wrecking the metal structure. Why does this matter? Imagine phone or tablet screens that don't shatter. Picture spacecraft with transparent armor. Even your car or AI gadgets could get super tough, nearly invisible protective coatings. It's real life sci fi, a see through metal made with a safe, clean, and affordable method. Transparent aluminum is here, and it just might change everything.
Wonder Woman's jet could finally be a reality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me
Mm-hmm.
try
Mm-hmm.
dropping that acid drop now to see if I can see
Please
through metal. Nope.
give
No.
it like 45 minutes.
That seems like a long time. Fun story. So you see this little square of paper. I was in high school and my buddy goes, "Hey, you want to drop acid?" And I'm like, "What kind of acid?" And he's like, "LSD." And I'm like, sure." And he breaks out this little piece of paper and he hands it to me. And I grab this little square, this size, and I go to throw it in my mouth. And he goes, "Whoa." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Dude, you'll kill yourself. That's like an overdose." And I looked and I said, this little piece is an overdose. He goes, oh yeah, you got to tear it into fourths. And I said, this little piece needs to be torn into fourths or I could flip out and die. Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with that. I said, I think I'm going to pass. Because how do my luck, the piece of paper I got, they put the drop on my corner.
Yes.
So I would tear it and it would just kick my ass. So I don't,
you've
Greg,
never
I'm
done
not you. I
acid?
didn't have to do acid to become a cop and show, the other.
We used to just
Oh.
spray Raid bug spray on paper and cut it up like that. And
No, don't be giving people dumb ideas, Greg.
Yeah,
That's
everyone's gonna go do that now.
that's what my friend
friends
Blake
that wanna
Wallace
make-
would do.
They're going to do that while rubbing magnets on their forehead, trying to unleash their third eye with Raid spray. Oh my God.
Hey,
Mhm.
Sinai, LSD, kind of the same thing.
I don't think that's true,
No,
Greg. I'm not
no,
a
I don't
scientist.
think
I've
that's
already
true at
proven
all.
that.
I don't get anybody in trouble.
Too late. I'm going to have to edit most of the show because everything you're saying is bad medicine. Yeah. And not like the good kind, like Bon Jovi.
What's
That's not the
Ozzy?
good
What's
kind.
Words is Hard doing down there?
Yeah, I think he's getting ready for his story. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. The Chachi is back and he has a story to share.
What are you
I'm
drinking, Chach?
I'm not sure I'm ready to read yet.
Well, we're at that point in the show where you don't get a choice, my friend. It's time.
This is where I have to start.
All right, I'll tell you, because I love you,
Yep.
we're going to take our first break right now.
Oh wow!
Give you a time to reset.
I'll take a quick nap.
Okay,
be fine.
very good. Take that drop of acid, not Raid. We'll be back with more of the most unusual Paranormal 60 news right after this.
How are you, Darklings? This is Mark Lanou, innovator, musician, world traveler, and no stranger to the paranormal. Come take a journey with me through this place we call life by picking up my new book, Reality Was Once the Tapestry of the Dreamer. It is available at Barnes & Noble online and will soon be available through other vendors. Get your copy by following the link in this ad or by visiting my official website at markallenlanou.com.
Hey, make sure you pick up Mark Allen Lanou's book, and when you read it, make sure to rate and review it as well. He is a longtime friend, follower, supporter of this program. We love you, Mark. Congratulations on a fantastic book. Hey, for those of you that are wondering when I'm coming to Wisconsin next, I am going to be in Glen Beulah, Wisconsin, and I will be at the Great Lakes Paracon along with Shanye Pittman from Holzer Files and the upcoming Paranormal Mysteries TV series that will be airing on Stream Beacon TV. We'll be there with a host of other amazing speakers, and Tressa and Jenny. They're going to be there too. So if you'd like to come on out, get tickets. It is another one of those where it's, I don't even know, it's so stupid and expensive for the entire weekend to come on out, hear all these great talks, be a part of a fun weekend. We'd love to see you there. Get tickets. They're on sale right now, and they are going to go fast. It's coming up here in September, and it is one of the premier fun events of the year in
It is
Glen
the
Beulah,
funnest.
Wisconsin. Yeah, it is pretty darn cool. Let's go, Chach. You've had a couple minutes to drink, to think, and to reread that story in your head. Are you ready to present, sir?
Sharon! Here we go.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Searchers rescue lost camper, then face a hairy intruder in the
Ooh.
Arizona wilderness.
Huh.
Get ready for a good one. A rescue mission deep in the Arizona wilderness took an unexpected turn this week when a group of volunteers helping to locate a missing camper stumbled upon what they believe was Sasquatch himself. 3 people, Dave, were combing the rugged Yavapai County terrain, an area ominously nicknamed the Edge of the World, which is near Sedona, when their spotlight caught a massive bipedal figure standing about 75 yards away. According to witness named Amber, he was probably about 7 feet tall, at least 400 pounds,
Wow.
really wide body, and really wide shoulders.
Soldiers? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm.
Sasquatch is known to have really wide shoulders.
Folgers.
Hairy, Dave.
I'll have
Super hairy.
Oh,
Have a
man.
cup of
Dramatic
that.
white,
Is he in the
brown,
military?
No. He had matted white and brown fur around his flat, hairless, leathery face.
Whoa.
His eyes reflected a golden color, as though he was looking into a bottle of bourbon. He just stared at us. Now, I think all of you probably know Amber's husband, right? He's a seasoned hunter. He knows wildlife. He insists what he saw simply did not match any known animal. It looked like Bigfoot, and it scared him a lot. And I think we all know he doesn't scare easily. Now, what really gets me about this story is, in a chilling coincidence, the lost camper that they were searching for, who was later found safe, shared her own eerie bush with the unexplained.
Pardon me?
What? What?
What?
Her own, I thought it said hairy bush, eerie brush. With the
Oh,
unexplained.
that's much different.
Oh,
I
wow.
apologize.
That's different. It's kinda
He
different.
reported being chased by faint glowing lights in the forest and described hearing ominous tree knocks echoing in the night before her nighttime fall into the canyon. Now, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, which I think we all refer to as BIFRO, is now investigating,
Yeah, good old Biffro.
right? Now, they're interviewing the witnesses, they're collecting their statements, they're doing all the right things. However, one BIFRO investigator noted that Amber communicated with the camper's family, but that woman remains too traumatized to actually speak about what happened. Now, this incident left both the local community and our paranormal world buzzing. Was this an innocent hiker misinterpreting a deer or a bear bathed in light? Or was it what we all hope, which was a genuine Sasquatch sighting? Now, that missing
Sasquatch shading?
listen, I'm
I
so
am.
now that the missing camper is safe, all eyes are turning to the darkness of the forest and the question that we're all asking: what is really going on out there, Dave?
I can pretty much tell you what's going on. Ryan nails it when he says this reading went from 0 to 60 real fast.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never fail to let us down. Thank you for delivering
I'm not doing a good
another
job.
delightful
I've
news
never failed
story
you.
about Sasquatch's shoulders.
Mm.
Pork chops and apple sauce.
The crazy thing is, I chose not to drink tonight in honor of Ozzy.
I don't believe that's true either, because I've watched you drink out of that glass about 8 times already.
Apologize.
Well, let me follow up your hairy Bushman sighting with my very own strange situation. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's a blood oath. Time for a blood oath. Who's up for a blood oath? We haven't had a good blood
Always.
oath on this show in a long time.
We should do one all together.
Let's do this one. A Yeti blood oath ritual is sparking controversy at a Denver seminary.
A what?
Yeah, you heard me. A midnight ski trip prank took a surreal turn when seminarians at Denver's St. John Vianney Theological Seminary, that hurt my tongue, were awakened one night in January, led into a trailer, and presented with what they were told was a solemn blood oath ceremony, complete with a fake dagger, because there's nothing more solemn about a blood oath than a fake dagger. A Yeti costumed figure. Costumed? I'm not even drinking and I can't speak. Words is hard, Chach.
Thank you.
A Yeti costumed figure and bloodied cloths wrapped around their hands. The plan? Each man, alone in the trailer, was told to make the most guttural scream and take an oath that if you enter into this family, there's no going back. Footage and photos captured seminarians with taped mouths, blood-stained hands, and clearly distressed expressions. The director of the stunt was Vice Rector Father John Nepple. Oh, man, who later acknowledged the event was meant to be a farce, but one that clearly went badly wrong and never should have happened. The Archdiocese of Denver officially labeled it a deeply imprudent and inappropriate prank, finding no physical harm or canonical violations. I want to just pause there. Is this the same religion that finds no real canonical issues with some of the other things that takes
Oh,
place?
what things?
Things.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeti
all
blood
fine.
oaths, obviously. And some, I don't even know. I got nothing else. Mothman urine ceremonies.
I
Or
don't
urine, as our friend Neil Story says. Yeah. Listen, there's no physical harm, no canonical violations. So the next time I'm like really harassing you in a public place with you, I'm just going to go, hey, there's no canonical violations going on here. Get over it. Let's see what I don't even know that I want to continue. The story is so
Wait,
ridiculous.
is this a church? Is this whole thing? Are we Catholic now?
I don't know. I'm still Lutheran. Was this did just reading the story turn us Catholic? I don't know how that
I don't
works.
know. You're talking
Seems like
about
there was so much more involved. Acknowledging the act stirred spiritual concern, even prompting an exorcist to formally renounce any oath taken. Nepal was temporarily removed from his role as house father, though he soon returned to duties as professor and vice rector. I know. Rector, I damn near killed her. While the seminary rector was replaced. Today, Denver clergy and some dioceses that send students to St. John Vianney remains deeply divided. Some argue it was a harmless but foolish initiation gone sideways. Others see it as spiritually reckless, with rumors even reaching the Vatican's. Words is hard. Tonight is definite proof. With rumors even reaching the Vatican's apostolic nomenclature. Nomenclature. Yeah, I don't even think that's a real
think
word.
You just made that up.
Yeah, NUNCIATURE. Is that the kind of artist that our buddy is? He does nomenclatures at like parties and bar mitzvahs. Oh, those are caricatures.
Apathetic or apostolic?
It said apostolic. I do know that word. Yeah. Yeah. Apathetic has a TH in it. Apostolic does not. How dare you, sir? I graduated most of McDonald's University.
You did what?
The incident has cast a shadow over the seminary's culture, raising urgent questions about boundary, formation, and oversight of spiritual leaders in training. Here's the thing. If you can't have a little fun during your religious training and drink the blood of a fake Yeti, who wants to be in that religion anyway?
Right.
Maybe I'm just a
typical.
No, that sounds terrible. Why would you even be in a religion if you can't do that?
Right. Well, not to be outdone, the paranormal detective comes in swinging with this next story. He is cock blocking our stories officially. Greg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See how I set that? It was like one of those layup shots for you. I set it up.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, that was good. Let's go to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Or Zimbabwe, depending on how you pronounce
it.
Courthouse in chaos as scarf-clad chicken sparks fear of black magic. Yeah. See how
inflections are so strange.
I pause there so that you like try to start filling it in like you're going to do the thing, but you're wrong. And then I put the real word in there. See?
Yeah.
It's really good.
So business came to a screeching halt at the courthouse in Zimbabwe when a lone chicken, yes, a chicken, I said, waltzed into the property wearing a red scarf and carrying an air of unsettling confidence that left witnesses speechless or sprinting. Yeah. Some people like didn't know what to do and other people ran. That's what that meant. Speechless or sprinting. And the strange scene played out last Monday at Kwikwi Magistrate Court there in Zimbabwe, where court staff, visitors, and even officials found themselves frozen in place as a black feathered bird strutted through the grounds like it had a legal agenda of its own. It was just there, calm and confident, one of the court officers told reporters. What was that?
I'm with you. I'm following along.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting, right? This is exciting.
It is so exciting.
Yeah. And he goes on to say, like it was sent for something spiritual. Yeah. That's the way he interpreted it.
Is how it's
The bizarre
scarfing?
behavior wasn't just a wardrobe. The chicken reportedly moved in an uncanny human-like manner, gliding across the premises with an eerie poise. Huh? Eerie poise. Look that
Yeah.
up. As if it knew exactly where it was going and why. The red scarf only fueled the speculation that the bird had been intentionally set as part of a ritual or spell, possibly to influence a case through dark means. Some witnesses fled the scene in fear. Others whipped out their phones to capture the footage of the oddly regal poultry.
Mhm.
I'm glad you said whipped out their phones. I got nervous there for a second.
Yeah. Whipped out their phones. I like it like that. The footage has gone viral and left the local community clucking with speculation. See what I did there? I rewrote it. Instead of,
that's
it's
great.
clucking with
It's really
speculation because
good.
it's like chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a prank, a spiritual messenger, or something entirely different? The mystery deepened when the next day the chicken had vanished, leaving behind no feathers, no mess, and no explanation. Just an empty courtyard and a lingering sense that something strange had passed through.
He didn't leave a letter or anything?
No, he left nothing.
Jeez.
No
It
one
is.
knows who brought it, why it was there, or what it may have accomplished. But there's one thing certain. That chicken ruled the roost for one day and possibly the courtroom too. Makes sense to me, Dave.
That is one of the weirdest stories.
Look at it.
It's the chip coffee of the chicken world. I think we can all
That is
agree.
That is
Does
a
he sell those
good looking
scarves?
rooster right there, my
Chicken
friend.
coffee. Mhm.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like chicken and waffles, right? Huh?
Almost
Thanks, Pete. Yeah.
identical.
Chicken coffee,
Mm.
chicken waffles, chip
Mm.
coffee.
You know, every time Sweet Tea thinks, maybe there's still a chance. Maybe love does exist. Maybe relationships are not just garbage. She pulls a news story out and says, Dave, can I share this? And I have no way to tell her no because she's going to read it anyway. We're so far
Yeah, that's
apart.
true. Mhm.
This is another one of those head scratchers.
Oh, I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Did you say a back scratcher?
No,
It's one of those back
No.
scratchers?
head
head
scratcher. Yeah, head scratcher. Yeah.
Because you know why? Because a Greek woman divorces husband after ChatGPT reads doom in her coffee grounds. A woman in Greece says she got her first sign that her marriage was doomed, not from her husband, but from the bottom of her coffee cup and an AI. After sipping her morning brew alongside her husband, the woman decided to have a little fun with what was left in her cup. She snapped a photo of the coffee grounds and submitted it to ChatGPT, hoping for a modern twist on the ancient art of tasseography, the practice of divining the future through patterns in tea leaves or coffee sludge. What she got was a digital fortune she wasn't prepared for. According to her, ChatGPT interpreted the swirling remnants as signs of infidelity, suggesting her husband was secretly fantasizing about other women. I, okay, real quick
Wow.
though, like,
Uh-huh.
That helped.
do people not do that in real? She
What?
confronted him with the AI suspicion brew reading, but he brushed it off, saying it was clearly a joke. She didn't laugh. 3 days later, the husband was slapped with divorce papers. The
Spank.
incident was Okay, the incident has ignited a spirited debate in Greece over just how much stock people should put in modern tech when it comes to age-old mystical practices. While tasseography has been part of cultural traditions in Greece, professional readers are cautioning that it's not as simple as feeding an image to an algorithm. They argue the ritual requires intuition, symbolism, and years of experience, things AI hasn't quite mastered yet. Still, the story's gone viral with social media lighting up over what some are calling the world's first AI generated divorce. I doubt that. Whether it was destiny in the dregs or just digital drama, one thing's certain. That was one seriously strong cup of coffee. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you for the seductive yet kind of creepy wrap up on that one.
You are
Well,
welcome.
let me try something here. I'm going to pull up my Chat GPT, and I'm going to ask. If Chit Chat, that's the name I gave to mine. Chit Chat, can you? Let me type this in. Can
You're supposed to
you
ask it what it says.
please
Don't give it away.
give me a prediction about the Paranormal 60
No.
news crew member Chachi?
Oh
Let's
no.
see. Let's see what kind of psychic prediction
Is
that
it just gonna say Ozzy?
Chat GPT comes up with. Okay, here we go. Prediction. Chati.
Wow. Let's do it. Come on. Get
Oh
something.
man. Here's your prediction. Chachi, are you ready for this? Do you want me to share this on air?
It doesn't give my date of death, does it?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't read that far. Let's be honest.
All right.
All right. Prediction. Chachi and the haunted algorithm. In the coming weeks, Chachi will unknowingly trigger a bizarre sequence of events after jokingly asking his smart speaker if ghosts are real twice at 3 a.m. with a half-eaten sandwich in hand. It does know you so well.
He knows
checks
exactly.
out.
Yeah.
At first, it'll seem like a tech glitch. Lights will flicker, random static pulses from his earbuds, and his fridge starts playing faint 1970s polka. But soon, the signs will escalate. Objects moving just out of view. A mysterious AI voice calling him by his childhood nickname, Chachi, and an email from Charles, age 9, appearing in his inbox with the subject line, I'm still in here. Eventually, Chachi will be forced to admit what we all suspected. He's become the first confirmed case of digital possession. We're going to need a Texorcist. I made that part up. Haunted not by a ghost, but by a forgotten version of himself, encoded in an old Tamagotchi that never quite died.
Oh.
This might be the greatest prediction ever. Sweet Tea, you are part of this prediction. Sweet Tea will attempt a remote exorcism over Zoom. Greg will blame solar flares. And
Hey,
Dave,
you know
you'll
it
of
is.
course, oh man, this is cruel. And Dave, you'll of course monetize the whole thing.
That's the
And
best
Chachi-
part of it.
And Chachi, he'll be fine as long as he never deletes Clippy from his desktop again.
I won't do it.
Oh my God. It says,
Yeah,
let me know.
GPT's the best.
I'm worried because it says, let me know if you want fortunes for Sweet Tea and Greg. I'm happy to consult the cryptid infused crystal ball.
Yes, I want mine. I need to know what happens.
Yes,
Look,
please.
I got crazy water.
We might have
So
to
do
have
I.
listeners be a part of the show next week where we let them come on and get a
No, I don't think
fortune
so.
told by a. Oh, okay.
Why don't you read some emails? That'd be great. It always gives us really good reviews.
It actually
Emails.
does. You should tune into the episodes with Scotty and Sarah. People actually love those people.
I'm just
Okay, here we go. Predictions: Sweet Tea and unwanted mediumship. Sweet Tea is about to discover she's got a gift, not just one she asked for. While
A gift?
relaxing during a thunderstorm with her usual chilled beverage, she'll doze off watching reruns of The Ghost Whisperer. But when she wakes, she'll know things, not just things she shouldn't know, but things no one alive knows anymore. It'll start with some blurting of historical facts during the news. Actually, that's not what happened to Amelia Earhart. She's hated coconuts. Or casually mentioning what's buried in Chachi's backyard beneath the second rose bush. Wow. Turns out Sweet Tea is now the reluctant host of a queue of dead souls who see her as the paranormal version of a customer service line. That track.
That checks out.
By the next Paranormal 60 News broadcast, she'll be interrupting stories mid-sentence with whispered messages from beyond. Doesn't she already kind of do that?
Yep.
Yeah. You'll start calling her the Oracle of 60. Greg will build her a tinfoil hat with a built-in EMF meter. Greg, get on it.
Wow,
Predictions have been made.
you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
already done.
Aw.
I know what's under that bush, though.
Greg,
I'm sorry,
A
what?
cut off
Greg
tip of a garden hose.
Greg, you can't make me not read yours, so hold tight. Greg will come out of his interdimensional closet is the headline. Greg's
What's
been tinkering
happening
with his
right
man
now?
cave setup, but one small wiring shortcut will lead to something much bigger, specifically a breach in the space-time closet dimension. One night while reaching for a hoodie, he'll vanish for 37 minutes. When he returns, he'll be wearing an outfit from 1923, humming a song that hasn't been written yet and muttering something about slippery man with clockwork eyes and a
This is
chicken who
wait.
speaks backwards.
This is the future, though. This has already happened, though, right?
This is amazing. No, this is what's going to happen in the next
Oh,
couple
I
of
feel
weeks.
like I've heard this story before.
From that moment on, Greg will have occasional time slip moments during the news, giving you headlines before they happen with terrifying accuracy, except for one time when he insists the newscast should be in Aramaic and performed upside down. Viewers will love it. Sponsors will be confused and
I will
more
love it.
confused than usual.
Bonsai Warrior wants to know what's going on under the bushes.
We can't tell you. That's going to be up to Sweet Tea to reveal, unless, of course,
Oh,
Chachi
I'm
sends over some
landscaping.
Bitcoin.
I don't deal with bushes. I don't.
That's not what I hear. We've got another story, and this one
cool.
comes all the way from Chachi. And before we do that, I'd like to give him a little chance to clear his palate and prepare for what he's about to do. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back. Chachi's final story of the night right after this.
A vampire in Rhode Island?
A UFO crash in Connecticut?
A flying moose in Maine?
A haunted bridge that calls your name?
New England is weird.
Really weird.
Wicked Strange by Jeff Belanger and Frank Grace is your ticket to the bizarre. Ghosts, monsters, urban legends, and roadside oddities you won't believe until you see them.
So pre-order now on Amazon. It drops September 2nd.
Assuming the Black Dog of West Peak doesn't get you first.
Let's get strange.
Wicked Strange. Pre-order your copy now on Amazon.
Now, during the Halloween season, the veil between the worlds gets thinner and the chills get real. Oh, so very real. Something is waiting in the dark, and it's calling your name.
So answer the call this Halloween season for the Paranormal 60 presents Halloween Haunts and Hijinks, October 9th through the 12th, for a supernatural weekend you'll never forget. It's being held at the historic haunted Palmer House Hotel in Sauk Center, Minnesota. Join Dave Schrader from the Holzer Files, Ghosts of Devil's Perch, and the host of the Paranormal 60 podcast. He's teaming up with Dalen Spratt from Ghost Brothers and Phantom Forensics. And we have heart-centered, intuitive Diet Renee for a weekend packed with spine-tingling experiences. You'll have 2 nights of live investigations and paranormal experiments, interactive workshops, gallery readings, and meet and greets, live presentations with experts themselves. This isn't just an event, it's a doorway to the unknown. So you have to ask yourself, do you dare cross it? Now, tickets are limited, so please book your Halloween Haunts and Hijinks adventure now at darknessevents.com. Again, that is darknessevents.com.
Come on out and see me, Dalen Spratt, and the amazing Diet Renee as we have a great time this October at the Haunted Palmer House. It's the last event of the year for the Palmer House with me. So if you'd like to come out and be a part of that, do it. Plus, you get to see Dalen Spratt doing his real-time graveyard sessions, and he'll be doing it at the Palmer House. We may even take a little journey down the road to the cemetery and see if any spirits are willing to talk to us from there. So check it out. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Tickets are on sale. We're already over half sold out. You're not going to want to miss this, my final event at the Palmer House of 2025. And what better way to start off? We're going to have a Halloween party the first night. Everybody can be dressed up in costumes. It's going to be a blast. So check it out, darknessevents.com. All right, Senor Chachi, this is it, my friend. Your final story of the evening. Where are we going, sir?
Is it the final story for everyone or just me?
Just you. We have one story that I'll be delivering afterwards.
Okay, then I will take great care with this story.
Oh, God.
No, don't.
Oh, I will. Are you ready?
Oh, so ready.
Yeah.
Okay. A psychic scam was foiled after a woman tried to withdraw 42,000 American dollars for what they're calling spirit protection. A self-proclaimed psychic on Long Island is facing serious charges after a swindling scheme unraveled in the parking lot of a Hicksville bank.
A swinging scheme, you say?
Oh,
Is that not the right word?
Swinging scheme.
Was that not the right word?
Yeah, it is, but you just went high pitch on that point.
it's adorable.
Swinging scheme.
Keep going with it.
Okay. Well, he can thank a sharp-eyed teller for the arrest. Now, it all started when a 68-year-old woman attempted to withdraw a jaw-dropping 42,000 American dollars from her account.
Ooh.
The details of which she told the teller remain unclear, but whatever it was, it set off enough red flags to prompt the bank to call the police. Now, when officers arrived, they found a gentleman by the name of Hemant Kumar Munepa, who is a self-described fortune teller, waiting for this beautiful lady outside. Turns out he had driven her to the bank himself to collect this
How else
massive
is she gonna get there?
payout.
Duh. That's a full service robbery.
Yeah.
Now listen, this plan, it went up in smoke before a single dollar changed hands.
It went up in
There's
smoke,
person
you
involved?
say?
Now, I'm going to dig a little deeper into this story, Dave, okay?
My God.
Because investigators learned that this wasn't the first payment to this so-called psychic. She had already handed over, Dave, 20,000 American dollars in exchange for protection from what he was calling evil spirits. And now he's just trying to cash in again. This time, though, the bank staff stepped in.
Bank staff?
Yes, them.
Yeah.
They stepped in to save her from a much greater financial disaster.
Mulch
Mulch
grader, you
grader?
say? Yeah.
That's what the story says.
Is that a term?
Yeah.
Now-
you just heard him say it.
Oh,
When
you're
this fine gentleman was questioned by the police,
right. Mhm.
he didn't help his own case. You know why?
Why?
He said, I did a few palm readings and astrology readings. She gave me a bunch of money. You know what? A bunch of money in that state is considered grand larceny.
Oh
And
no.
He decided, though, to plead not guilty in court the following day.
Oh.
How'd that go?
I never understood how you can give up information and then claim that although you gave up the information, it never happened. So,
Uh,
This case, though,
Only we
isn't.
had a former police officer that could explain that to us.
We don't have anybody
Wow.
on staff, but we can probably look into that for next week's show.
yes.
Now, Dave, I want to be clear, though. This case was not an isolated incident.
No?
Earlier this month, a separate psychic in New York City was accused of conning someone out of 90,000 American dollars,
Wow.
suggesting law enforcement in the area is starting to crack down on these so-called spiritual advisors who cross the line into what I call criminal fraud. Now,
Oh.
I'm not saying we shouldn't trust psychics, but if your psychic asks you to empty out your life savings in the
Your what?
name of battling invisible spirits, maybe you should ask for a second opinion and maybe a receipt.
Wow.
David,
Maybe
That
the
was a
second
great wrap
opinion-
up.
Yeah, right.
That was a
Maybe
great
the second opinion is
thing.
a dumb police officer. That
Remember
doesn't
how
know
at like the end
about
of the
spiritual
show,
world.
that guy, Connie Francis, the guy, who was the guy that had the TV show?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, David Letterman.
Are you
Ditto
having a
Letterman?
stroke, Greg?
I've never
He is
drank
not purple.
ginger beer before. This stuff's pretty
Wow.
serious.
No. Who was the guy that said trash TV guy? Oh.
What are
Yeah, I
you
got
saying
nothing,
right
man.
now?
Got
I-
nothing.
All right. I'll save it for next week.
Jimmy Swaggart.
Hey, thanks to
Yes.
Christina Starnes throwing $10 our way. Happy to see that news is back.
I want to see
again.
40,000.
Yeah, Lisa Burgess drops $1.99, and it's going to take a long time to get to 40K, but we appreciate it. Can you
Thanks,
say
Lisa.
canonical 3 times fast, Greg?
Connecticut.
He couldn't
Yeah,
even
one
say
time.
it. He didn't say it right the first. He said canonical.
Connecticut.
This is my favorite segment, by the way.
I
Jerry
can only
Springer.
say it when I'm talking about Jack the Ripper. I can't say it when I'm talking about
Sure.
the Catholic
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah.
Mark
Jerry-
Lanou says this is the first installment on the Words is Hard course and drops $10 to us. Sarah Shaw, not Sarah Snow, but Sarah
Shara.
Shaw.
Oh God, I'm so
Wow.
thirsty.
Sarah Shaw drops $5 on us and says, "Love to you and your family, Dave. Happy Wednesday, my friends." And Deb from SAC, Dave said, "Cock."
Whoa.
Oh my! I'm sure he meant rooster. I'm not sure.
Right?
Lisa Burgess drops another $3.99
Whoa,
because apparently she
Lisa's
wants to
going
get us up to
crazy.
that 40K faster. Oh
Yeah.
wait, she's still not happy. Let's throw another
Jeez.
$1.99. Lisa
Do
Burgess
it.
is on fire.
Let's
Bam,
go,
bam.
let's
She's
go,
rolling.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's like at the craps table.
Dave, you have the last
The
Crabs
crabs table.
I don't know. I'm just talking.
He goes to different
Okay.
places than the rest of us.
God, yeah, he does. Explains the
Talk
rash and the constant itching, though.
Yes.
About
Keep your hands
gambling.
off it.
I know we're almost at time, but if I could just have 30 seconds.
Yes.
First time I ever met Dave's dad. Funny story. Smoking a cigar in the car. We get to where we're going and they don't allow you to smoke inside. So Dave's dad takes a cigar and he puts it in a flower bed. I'm like, oh, that was nice of him. We come out of the place like 2 hours later, and all of a sudden I look over and Dave's dad is in the flower bed grabbing the cigar and lighting it back up again. He's like, I'm not going to waste a good cigar.
That's right.
And that was
Oh,
days
are we
going.
telling Dave dad stories? Because my favorite story is me after having met him once. I see him and I'm wearing a sweater that has a huge alien head on it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he yeah.
Stop
And
it, Greg.
not that
he
kind of
points.
story.
And he's like, yeah, alien eyes. And he's pointing out the fact that the alien eyes are where my boobs are. Oh, that's adorable.
Such a sweet guy. Sweet
I
guy.
love that
If I would have
guy.
done that.
I know
he
you
would've
would have,
been
but it would have
mad.
been weird and gross if you did it.
Yeah, and he'd be looking at your feet the whole time.
Yep. Or
That is
armpits.
sweet. Yeah, my dad used to hide cigars. We'd go to a restaurant and we'd come out and he'd just start digging in bushes, and we never saw him put it in there. And but he always wanted to do that. He'd dig in a bush and then pull out a cigar and look at it and then put it in his mouth and light it up. And everybody that was with us would be like, "What are you doing, Jim?" He goes, "This looks like a good cigar." So yeah, it was. He was quite the little prankster, goofy guy. And then he's on my mom's first date with him. He took her out to his 3 favorite bars and told her to empty her purse before they went in. And she's like, "Why?" He goes, "Just do it." So they went into each bar. He would get one drink that they would split, and he would dump the peanuts into her purse that they gave away on the bar. And then they would go to the next bar and split a drink, and he would grab the nuts that they had, and then the next one with the free chips. And then they would go drink Boone's Farm in the back of his car while eating the free snacks. My dad was a class act all the way.
Love. So much love.
Yeah. All right. Our final story of the night is here. I know it's hard to believe, but we've got to get to it. And thank you guys all for sharing stories. And Greg, I don't think, did you ever get the chance to meet my dad?
I never did. I didn't even know you had a dad.
It's true. I know a lot of people think I was just the midichlorians and I was
I
spawned.
thought
but
you were
it's not
just squeezed out.
true. Yeah. Well, that's
The
what my mom
universe
would have
just
you believe.
Squeezed you right out of there.
Yeah, like a tube of toothpaste. Let's get to our final story. A ghost child caught on camera inside a Mexican police station last week in Hermosillo, Mexico. A chilling video emerged from the North Police Command showing what appears to be a ghostly child sprinting across an empty hallway. The clip was captured during a nighttime patrol by an on-duty officer who recovers mid-shock to inspect the scene. At first, the officer tries to open a glass door, and in that exact moment, a small child-sized silhouette darts by in the background. It's like a horror movie. Heart pounding, he follows the shadow and discovers tiny barefoot prints etched into the hallway floor. With evident alarm, he exclaims, "Ay, caramba!"
What?
It's true. I'm reading it as written. "Ay, caramba!"
Are you just reciting a cartoon that you saw once?
No, let me finish it. "Ay,
Okay.
caramba! Little bare feet. Let's see where they came from and what they're doing here." Since then, the video has gone viral, igniting discussions across TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Cameras captured the figure crossing behind the glass and the footprints afterward. And even a few viewers nervously chuckled while others were positively spooked. The big question, was it supernatural or just a trick of the light? A security guard playing pranks or a passing child? Authorities have made no official comment, and police say no minor was present at the time. This isn't the first time the station has come under the discussion for unexplained happenings in the dead of the night, but this is the first time a grainy video and footprints have appeared together, fueling fresh chatter of a possible child spirit still haunting the place. For now, the mystery remains unsolved and the questions hang in the air. What really runs through those deserted hallways when the lights go out? I got nothing. Hey, come see me this weekend. Sweet Tea will be there too, along with Jenny Monroe from the Monsters Lounge, along with a plethora of actual people you want to see. We'll just be there by accident. But come on out to the Eisenhower Hotel in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania this weekend, and come on out and have a great time with us at the Paranormal Conference. And we got to work on a Texas event or something where we all get together, and then we'll Zoom Tressa in from the conference so she can say hi to everybody. It's going to be a great time. Check it out. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for spending some time with us here. Thank you to everyone who made some donations coming our way. And from ancient fears to modern tech, tonight reminded us just how thin the veil continues to get between faith and fraud, superstition and science, reality and something stranger, whether it's a phantom child on night patrol or a Sasquatch's shoulders or a cup of coffee revealing the cracks in a marriage. One thing's certain: the unexplained still finds a way to reach us, no matter how much we think we know. So until next time, keep your mind open and your lights on. And I hope that the darkness of this world is a little brighter with the information we share right here on the very best in paranormal talk radio. And may you all see the rainbow of your loved ones coming to visit you. We'll be back again next week with more of the very best in paranormal programming. I'm Dave Schrader, and this is the Paranormal 60 News. Come on, Greg. Say canonical 3 times fast.
Canonical, canonical, canonical.
All right. You couldn't believe it. Neither could we. But we've all got the proof now.